guys, Joanna coming in with another battle replay here in Rome 2. We have a 3v3 siege on the settlement of Bertigala. Welcome back to the land of sieges. So let's get into the armies here. We'll start off with the attacking side first. We'll get into Arverni. Arverni is being commanded by Nick Larson, 287. He is bringing with him a bit of a stranger Arverni setup, honestly. 4 units of Oathsworn, one of those being his general, 4 naked warriors, 2 chosen swordsmen, 3 Celtic skirmishers, 1 onager, and 2 units of savage dogs. Then we'll move over here. We have Seleucid. Seleucid is being commanded by Baron. From what we were able to see at the beginning there, he has 6 units of thorax swordsmen, 5 royal peltasts, one of those being his general, 3 hillmen, 2 units of silver shield pikemen, and he does have 4 units of Syrian archers. Here's the rest of his army here. Then the final attacking army on the battlefield, we have Egypt, who's being commanded by BB Units PW. He is bringing 5 units of thorax swordsmen, 4 Threo spears. His general is a unit of the Royal Thorax Swordsmen. He has 2 units of the Egyptian cavalry and 3 units of Cretan archers. Moving in here onto the defender side, we'll start off with Macedon, who's being commanded by the Lictor's Hand. He is bringing with him 6 units of thorax swordsmen, 4 Threo spears, 5 shield bearers, one of those being his general, 3 units of Cretan archers, and 1 regular archer. His first ally here, we do have Carthage, who's being commanded by Gorthalis. Gorthalis is bringing 4 units of late Carthaginian hoplites, 3 Libyan infantry, 2 African pikemen, 2 noble fighters, 1 sacred band, 3 Cretan archers, 1 Balearic slinger. He does have 1 unit of the noble cavalry there, and his general is way back over here, unit of the general's bodyguard. And then finally, Pergamon. Pergamon is being commanded by Pope Raccoon, and Pergamon is actually doing something that I've never seen, or at least I don't recall ever seeing Pergamon doing this. He only has 1 unit of Agema spears, and that's his general. The majority of his army is Galatian swords. He has 10 Galatian swords, 4 units of hoplites, 2 pikemen, 3 regular archers, and like I said, his general of Agema spears. I'm actually very, very interested to see how the Pergamon army is going to do with their not having any of their famous Threo spears or Agema spears with them aside of the 1 general unit. It's pretty interesting. But alright, getting in here, we do have the Seleucids starting to drop some units off onto the walls. Thorax swordsman here with the Rams going to start knocking down that gate. Egypt is also bringing up, I'm going to guess that Arverni maybe forgot to bring his siege equipment with him. Pretty interesting, but yeah, he's got 5 units of Oathsworn. That's going to be pretty bad pretty difficult to deal with. I don't want to say pretty bad. It's going to be pretty difficult to deal with. So let's see, like I said, Seleucid is landing a bunch of units up here. Egypt's now starting to get a unit of his thorax swordsman up on the walls. Still the rest of his towers are pressing up. I'm liking how the defenders are lined up. It actually looks like they're really all working off of each other. So, got a unit of Cretan archers coming a little close up there. Looks like they're going to make their way back a little bit further away from the front line. But here we go. We got some late Carthaginian hoplites getting ready to take on some thorax swordsmen as they're coming down off of the tower. It's kind of amazing that the unit isn't... Usually they just pour down onto the front, so I'm wondering maybe he grabbed them and had them just thin out on the wall here. No fighting just yet. Carthage is absolutely waiting and ready to defend this city. Like I said, this is the settlement of Bertigala. Here we go, some Galatian swords coming up towards the front line. Seleucid now pouring down off these towers. Here we go. The combat has now begun on this side. Actually, right off the bat, he does have an extra unit of thorax swordsmen here. They will be able to thin up. That would be huge. If he can get them around into the back, he's going to get... Oh my god! There's a pretty good javelin volley straight into the back of this Carthaginian hoplite unit. So they are now surrounded. But we do have a lot of good archer fire. Where is that coming from? Ooh, right over here. Good placement by these 2 units of Cretan archers. They're going to be able to fire right into... Oh, Hillmen are dying. They're Hillmen. But this unit of thorax swordsmen now starting to take some decent shots in the back and on their flank. Losing a... Oh my god, look at how fast that number is dropping. Down to 126 men. Very, very quickly. Carthage sending up some more. He's got a unit of Libyan infantry going to come up and hold that front line with the late Carthaginian hoplites. Back over on this side, Macedon really hasn't had to deal with anything just yet because Egypt's just getting his towers up there, and they're going to have to deal with all of these sharp stone beds. It's going to take them a little bit to come through. Hopefully he starts pressing, though. Because right now, Seleucid is the only one attacking, and he's not doing very well. I mean, his Hillman units are getting destroyed, but it was a good move, good attempted move by the Thorax Swordsman here. Trying to press around onto the rear of those Carthaginian hoplites, but just not looking very good. He did press some units through the gate before they did have it neutralized. That's why you can see all these guys here are dead from the burning oil. Galatian swords here just tossing their javelins into this unit of Thorax Swordsmen. Now some of the Thorax Swordsmen coming around going to engage these Galatian swords. Already up to 31 kills. Very well done. Let's actually take a look and see what this Onager has been doing. I've seen that he's been firing. He's got 19 kills total. Let's see where he's firing at. Hopefully he's pushing back. Yeah, where's he firing? The archers? He's trying. Oh, he got a couple. He definitely did. Yeah, a couple. Actually, definition. He got 2 on that one. So, good shot. Still going to get more kills. Thorax Swordsman. Yeah, that first Thorax Swordsman unit's been surrounded completely. They are routed. Macedon being pressed just yet. No, Egypt is still holding. I mean, he's throwing his javelins, so not a bad idea to start trying to pick down on these Thorax Swordsmen front lines. Shield bearers up here, though. That's going to be a problem. Look at that. Huge volley. All of them throwing volleys in. Only one guy. Now 2 guys dead. Macedon's done with the waiting. The waiting game is now over. Charging in, going to catch into these Thorax Swordsmen. A lot of archer fire coming from these Cretan archers as well. Getting some good volleys up onto those units that are stuck up on the wall top there. So, yeah, they are just prime targets. Prime targets for all these archers. Let's just see if we can watch any of these guys fall. Seen a couple of them drop. A couple of them dropping. A lot of blood on these guys, though. So their armor is definitely starting to drop. What's the Thorax Swordsman armor? Oh, my God. They didn't even move. 15 kills from their javelins, and they are just getting destroyed. Down to 94 men, and again, Macedon's done. Macedon is done with the waiting game. 2 units of shield bearers going to charge to the attackers here. Coming up onto these 2 units of Thorax Swordsmen who are very, very beaten up. There was another unit of Thorax Swordsmen over here, just got absolutely destroyed. Artillery fire still coming in, though. That was a good shot. See some of the bodies burning here. This unit of Thorax Swordsmen took a decent amount of losses. Seeing a lot more guys starting to flail around. Seleucid has his archers here now. 4 units of the Syrian archers going to start unloading on this front line. Thorax Swordsmen taking a little bit of damage. Look like the shield bearers again only lost 1 man. 115 armor. This Libyan infantry starting to get cut down to 52 men. Some more Libyan infantry on this side taking on a unit of Thorax Swordsmen. Says that the Thorax Swordsmen are currently winning this combat. It says even for the Thorax Swordsmen, Libyan infantry says that the unit is losing. But here we go. Here comes a host. 2 full units of Naked Warriors in here, which again, I am a huge fan of the Naked Warriors. They are a fantastic shock infantry unit as far as I'm concerned because they have the Berserk and their weapon damage is very high. Their melee attack is very large, very, very high. But they can easily be killed by archers. They only have a 10 armor. So, definitely not usually a unit that you would see come up first. Usually you would see Celtic swords, take Celtic warriors or even the chosen swords coming up first for an Arverni army. But this unit, this army, this commander here for Arverni is just going to use his Naked Warriors. He's going to try and do as much damage as he can. So far, 14 kills. They're down to 136 men. Here comes the second unit of Naked Warriors coming in, 19 kills. Getting into some of the Carthaginian hoplites. We did have a Galatian sword unit that was over here. Has peeled across, come over. Oh, what is this? 1 unit of the Egyptian cavalry going to try and break through this front gate. I just don't think that's going to go in Egypt's favor. I mean, Egypt could try, once this unit of Carthaginian hoplites is gone, he could try and get around this way. No, that's what he's doing. Okay, good. I was going to say, there was no way he was going to be able to break through with just medium melee. There was no way he was going to be able to make it through that. He's getting into the back of this Libyan infantry. Some more cavalry pouring their way up. The second unit of the Egyptian cavalry has moved over here. And Egypt's whole front line is gone. Oh, no. It's the unit of Noble Cav for Carthage coming out around. There's nothing over here to defend. All of these Thoreo spears moving up to the wall, and these archers are about to have a very bad day. The general's still here, but he's too far away. He's not going to make it. He is not going to make it up there. The Egyptian cavalry, second unit, is coming back out of the settlement. Looks like that first unit's coming back out as well. They've lost 19 men so far, but I want to keep an eye on this. Come on, Noble Cav. Thoreo spears starting to toss up, and Macedon's now just going to start coming around. Going to start surrounding the thorax swordsman here. Again, another one. I'm not so sure of why Arverni brought Celtic skirmishers with him. Might have been much better off if he had brought his Skullic hunters. Much better units. But here we go. Noble Cav going to get into at least one of these units. Whoa. You do have some Thoreo spears coming back, though. Actually, 3 units of these Thoreo spears are going to pull back. The Noble Cav is going to pull away 39 kills. How many men do they still have? They only lost 13 on that charge. And they're just going to be able to wheel around now, which is taking away more of the Egyptian attacking force. So if I was Egypt right now, all of the remaining units, just come over, meet up with your allies. That's definitely your best bet. Here comes some Egyptian cavalry, though. They're going to come over and try and hold off the Noble Cav, but Noble Cav is making their next target known. Yeah, it looked like they were going to try and get a big charge in onto these Syrian archers. Too bad these 5 guys just went right around, but here we go. Very heavy shot cavalry going to get through that median cavalry. Just going to start blasting into some more of the Syrian archers here. So great job so far. Almost up to 100 kills so far for the Noble Cav. Down to 55 men. Starting to lose a couple of more. The Thoreo spears are starting to catch up, but here they go. They're going to keep going. Seleucid general, unfortunately, having to be pressed up. Arverni could absolutely be sending his infantry units over here to try and lock this Noble Cav down. Try and get rid of them. But unfortunately for him, Seleucid is going to still have to keep trying to pull his archers away. Noble Cav here up to 165 kills. Down to 35 men. Thoreo spears here for Egypt. They're going to start making their way up. Skirmishers are going to start volleying up. Okay. Skirmishers are going to start volleying up into these Thoreo spears there for Macedon. Not a bad idea, but not a whole lot of kills. They are in their square formation, so all of their men are facing out. Their shields are all facing out as well. Back over here, we have some Royal Peltas for Seleucid. That should be a victory for them over these thorax swordsmen, but again, archer fire just being supreme right now. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Naked warriors charging all the way up, getting into the general's bodyguard. 75 men left, 105 kills. Getting into some of the Balearic slingers now as well. Balearic slingers may be close to being out of ammunition, 187 kills, but I've also seen Balearic slingers get close to 350 kills, so it's possible they may be out of ammunition, but I doubt it. These naked warriors, though, they did get a good bit of damage up. Getting rid of this unit of Balearic slingers, good job, but being pinched between the general's bodyguard and this unit of Galatian swords, yeah, I don't see these guys being around much longer. I mean, again, the general could easily just pull away, come back, and get a rear charge in onto them, make sure that they're gone. Did that noble cavalry unit get taken care of? Does look like they are finally gone. How much losses did they suffer? Down to 82, 112, 83. Pretty serious losses there for the Syrian archers because of that unit of cavalry. Again, guys, you want to try and be the best ally you can be in these kinds of situations, especially when you're on attack. I mean, obviously, either side of the battlefield, but you want to try. So Arverni could have definitely sent units in this direction as Seleucid was pulling his archers away. Egypt, I don't think he lost a whole lot. That unit won 120. This unit here down to 75. That unit there with 118. So he didn't really lose a whole lot. But again, with that cavalry coming out, that delayed even more of the Egyptian attack on this side. So these Thoreo spears, they were on the ground. I wouldn't even have brought them up here. I would have just come over and meet up with the rest of my allies if I was playing as Egypt to get over there and have a better push, or a better chance of a push, I should say. These Thoreo spears, I mean, yeah, they're breaking a unit of thorax swordsmen. They also have another unit of thorax and a Thoreo spear unit to contend with. Another unit of Thoreo spears moving over there as well. Back over on this side, though, we do have some more Royal Peltas doing some damage, putting in some work. 127 kills Starting to break a unit of Galatian swords there. This unit looks like they're getting ready to start wavering. Sacred Band here, actually. All three of these defending units are losing to one unit of Royal Peltas. We do have another unit of late Carthaginian hoplites coming over. Looks like they're going to try and just get a rear charge. Hopefully they charge in onto the backs of these Royal Peltas to try and help break them. More infantry, some chosen swordsmen now coming up through the gate. Actually, some of them are coming up through the gate. Some of them are using the tower. Another unit of chosen swordsmen here going to start coming up through a tower again. Good job there. Syrians now, here we go. The Seleucid Syrian archer is going to be able to start getting some good volleys. Probably getting a little bit of friendly fire, but with these three units from Macedon being clumped up right there, he should be able to get, the Seleucid players should be able to get some decent kills in onto these guys. Thorax swordsman down to 15 men. This is the Rayo Spear unit at 59. He is going to be able to pull this unit of Thorax swordsman away, 139 men. Still in at 71 kills so far for them. Just look at them out of bodies. All over the place again. There's blood and bodies, broken shields, broken swords, all over the place. This gate still under defense. One unit of shield bearers here. So we also have some Libyan infantry. There's a unit of Thoreo spears. Oh no, that's attacker side. Sorry. Is this unit of, they're still here. Royal Peltas still here. Over 200 kills. Just breaking units left and right. There's another unit of Carthaginian hoplites that have just shattered. They're going to start running away. Archers over here trying to do the best they can. This looks like this unit just recently started firing. Only 11 kills so far. More infantry coming around. What was coming here? Mercenary noble fighters going to start making their way around. Pergamon still has a lot of infantry left, actually. I would like to see Pergamon start pressing forward, but I mean this is still a problem right here for the defenders. Even though they're doing very well so far on the wall defense, this right here, huge problem. Seleucid still has one. Is it only just one unit of... Oh, he's only got one unit of his Royal Peltas left. But he does still have his 4 units of archers. Galatia, the Thorax Royal Swordsman. Royal Thorax Swordsman, there we go. They're still making their way up. Macedon still has a decent amount of infantry, but look at that. Oh my god. Big break, lot of defending flags. Actually, we have one attacking flag, but there was two or three defending banners starting to waver there. So looks like the attackers may start being able to get into this settlement here. At least going to start trying to capture the gate. They're still neutralizing it. Mercenary Cretan archers here up to 27 kills. I think they might be getting a lot of friendly fire though. Should probably try and get them into a better position. I mean, they could easily send these archers around over here and try and volley this way, but they would have the rest of these archers for the attackers to contend with. Just like this, here we go. Syrian archers again for Seleucid, getting some good shots in onto the back of the Macedonian Thorax swordsman. Probably getting a couple of off shots here and there into these shield bearers as well. More javelins though. Oh no, these are Cretan archers. Archers firing in, helping breaking that unit of Thoreo spear. So yeah, again, like this right here, these units that are left for Egypt, come around here, meet up with the rest of your allies. There's no point in continuing the press over here. So Macedon has this side down. There is a complete lockdown on this side of the settlement, so try and start using more of the towers. Try and, press up with the rest of your attacking allies. Chosen swordsman starting to do a little bit. 55 kills, breaking and getting ready to start breaking another unit of shield bearers, I should say. Starting to hear some cavalry rumble. Oh, that's the general. Carthaginian general looks like they came out, got a pretty okay charge onto this chosen swordsman unit. They're going to pull away, and oh, noble fighters. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the chosen swordsman right there. These noble fighters are going to cut these chosen swordsmen down. Yep, there you go. Cut them down. Oh, God, blood. It's a big blood spray right there. Like a gut wound. Oh, a limbing there. But yeah, I think that's the end of the chosen swordsman there. Yep, that unit is completely shattered. They're just going to freeze. They don't even know what to do. But here we go. Some more chosen swordsmen going to come over. So the attackers will eventually take this gate. Actually, the puppies have been loosed. 2 units of the savage dogs there for Arverni. Let's see, there are 26 kills for that unit. It's too much. Too much trying to press through this gatehouse. They have towers. They could use these towers. Again, I don't know who's new and who's not on the as far as the attacker side. Silver Shield Pikemen making their way up. Is that the end of all of the attacking forces? Yes, it does look like all of the attacking forces have now moved up. Macedon has actually pulled away from the wall. Pergamon's starting to send some units up. He's got a unit of hoplites pressing forward. 2 other units of hoplites here. Probably hoplites. I'm going to guess the hoplites are probably just going to form up a line right there. It's usually what happens. And yeah, we have another unit of the hoplites holding that. And these other 2 units of Galatian swords. We did have a unit back. Oh, no. He's still got this unit here. So he brought, Galatia brought the other 2 of his other units of swords all the way around over here to defend this pass-through. He could move up a little bit further just to try and hold that gate. Attackers finally making it through here. 27 minutes left in the battle replay. Guys, if you're enjoying this battle, please make sure to hit that like button. Feel free to drop a comment. And, of course, continue subscribing to the channel. Also, feel free to share the channel around. Share these videos around. I would deeply appreciate all of the extended support by all of you guys. So it looks like just some more armies. Yeah, the attackers are just going to try and get more of their armies inside the settlement here. Seleucid General's moving forward by himself. I don't know how much I recommend that. Group of these Syrian archers here for Seleucid. Actually, the skirmishers didn't do too bad. 93, 91. There's a 41. I don't see the other unit. Maybe they're broken. Yeah, I don't see the final unit there. Egypt is kind of just hanging out here. Hopefully he didn't walk away. Hopefully he didn't give up. That's one thing that you guys never want to do. Even if you lose, just don't give up. Just keep trying, because that's the only way. That's one of the ways you're gonna keep getting better, is if you just keep trying. You got to try new things. You got to try new tactics. Obviously you got to work with your teammates. Try and make good decisions when you're on attack. I mean, this was just, in my opinion, this was not a good idea for the attackers. The Arverni just pressing this gate as hard as he did. He could have easily used more of these towers. Probably would have saved a decent amount of lives. As far as all those Naked Warriors, he's got 1 unit of Naked Warriors left. They have 106 kills, so not bad, but only 1 unit left with 43 kills. Probably could have gotten a lot more damage out of the 4 total units that he had. Oh, he does have a 2nd unit of Royal Peltas. Okay, I thought he only had that General unit left. General has moved in, 18 kills, so we're going to get a bit more of a fast forward here. Just wait till we get some more combat. I'm not seeing Egypt move anymore, which is a bit of a shame because he does still have some cavalry, which could come in handy. Even if it's not to do any kills, he could use the cavalry to try and do some scouting. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be able to break through his Galatian swords, but he could definitely try and use them to like I said, do some scouting. And here we go. Arverni looks like they're just going to blob attack this front line. Hoplites and shield bearers for Macedon and Pergamon. Seleucid over here got a little bit better of an idea. He's starting to use some of his Syrian archers. Going to get some shots up and over into these Thurio spears. He's got a unit of his Silver Shield Pikemen here ready to go. 2nd unit of Silver Shield Pikemen coming over here. And this is not a good idea. Yeah, this is like an archer heaven right here. And he's going to put them into their pike formation and then turn them around. Oh, no. Yeah. And there you go. Only lost 1, but they're going to start losing a lot more. The more they have their backs to the archers, they're going to keep losing more men. Down to 155. 145. So they lost 10, 11 more on that volley there, losing more with more arrows coming in. Royal Peltas General going to start making his way in. The defenders definitely have this. Yeah, this is all locked up on this side also. Arverni, this is not a good tactic. This is never a good tactic to just blob up and try and attack. Actually, Egypt didn't go away. He's still here. He's got his cavalry coming around. Maybe he was actually trying to scout. Maybe he was thinking he had the opportunity here. Now this, he doesn't know that this unit is Galatian Swords back over here, but he could easily come around this way, see these 2 units of Galatian Swords and try and come in, but that would be pointless because he would just get trapped. Well, not completely, because there's another way to come around, but Galatia would just have to move back and forth to be able to defend that back portion. Oh no, did he just charge in? Oh, he just charged in onto the hoplites. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Again, like I said, I don't know if these are newer players or whatever it is. They're seeming like they might be newer players to me. Just with some of the decisions that have been made. Arverni with that just mash try and push through on the gate, just definitely not going to work. But Egypt is starting to come around. Okay. So it looks like Egypt is going to come back over onto this side of the battlefield. So Egypt and Seleucid have actually changed positions. Seleucid has come over here. Egypt's coming all the way around over here. Not a bad idea. Like I said, sometimes it's good to try and work better with your allies. But with Seleucid coming over here, Egypt might have had a better opportunity to stay here and try and help and push with Seleucid. Or if Seleucid had stayed on the other side, that's what I said earlier about Egypt coming around to try and get through or at least help Seleucid and Arverni press. But yeah, this is just not going to work very well for Arverni. He's got a lot of his... It's just not looking good. It's really just not looking good. These are some solid spears here. Like I said, shield bearers and the hoplites for Pergamon. They're both in their hoplite wall. So this is going to be a very difficult try, an attempt to break through here. And I just want to say that, yeah, here it goes. The skirmishers, they're starting to rout. But ooh, could they get around? Looks like that's what he's trying to do. Okay. Okay. Getting some units around into the back. Not a bad idea. But, yeah, just more infantry. Noble fighters now coming over to the front line. These guys don't mess around. Noble fighters do not mess around at all. 88 kills, 135 men left. And, ooh, actually... Pikes have moved up. The Silver Shield Pikemen have moved up. This unit's probably taking a decent amount of damage here, down to 104. There's some Thereo Spears now. They were formed into their square formation. So that you can see the defenders have pushed back. Now, an idea or an opportunity for the attackers would be not with the pikes, because you definitely don't want to just... Oh, they're just getting shot. Yep. Just sitting there getting shot, and here we go, a charge coming in from some hoplites. Pikes have dropped back down though. The second unit of pikes, so he's just stacking up those units, which is not going to be good. Here comes the shield bearer general for Macedon. He's going to have to contend with some Royal Peltas though, so that should be... No, it's actually Royal Peltas down to 55 men. Wow, they just dropped. Oh my god. Shield bearer general's going to back off a little bit, probably just going to reform, turn it back around, get back into their hoplite wall. Pergamon still has so many troops left over. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to really see what this Galatian army makeup could have done. But back over on this side, some more Galatian swords getting ready. Here comes some Thereo spears around the corner, and they are just getting dropped. Javelins by these Galatian swords, good job there, 14 kills. Royal Thorax Swordsman General coming around again. And actually, looks like the Cretans are actually getting some good shots. They were getting some pretty good shots into the back of these Galatian swords. Not a bad job, but here comes some more Galatian swords coming around. They're probably going to get a good charge in onto the Royal Thorax Swordsman General. Yep. Royal Thorax Swordsman General's about to have his day ended. Oh, they didn't charge in. They just stopped right there, so now they're in a little bit of a fight. You can see that there's only a couple of guys in the front line there that are fighting. If the Pergamon general had actually had this unit attack, the rest of the unit probably would have filed around or started filing around into the back of the Royal Thorax Swordsman General. Pergamon now starting to get some archer fire up on the hill there. Don't really see a purpose in firing. He might be getting some friendly kills, so I don't really see a reason. The two units there Also 2 more units of Thorax Swordsmen there for Macedon. See how this center is going. We have the Hellenic Royal Guard. I didn't see them in the beginning. So some Hellenic Royal Guard for Egypt have moved up. They should be trying to follow these units forward as they're retreating. No, don't run them. Okay, so from what I've come to understand about pikes, when you go to click to attack for them to advance, make sure you turn off the run, turn off their double movement, and they'll move forward with their pikes out forward. Oh no. More archer fire coming in. Not good. Oh, they're going to pull away. 0, 1. Oh, they still have a ton of ammunition. Ton of ammunition. Still firing over here at the general. I don't really see the purpose. There's 4 defending units over here. 4 defending units against 1 Royal Thorax Swordsman General who's down. It says unit losing decisively, down to 83 men. General is alive still currently, according to this other Galatian Royal Guard unit, but I don't see him being alive. Nope, there he goes. Just died right there. See how Arverni's press is going here. He's got a couple of his, just one unit of Oathsworn already in the mix here, but still just having a really difficult time trying to break through these hoplites and shield bearers. Back over here, let's see what's going on. Seleucid making a pretty desperate, or pretty big, I don't want to say desperate, pretty big push over here now. Is Royal Peltash General in the combat? Is the General dead? Not just yet, but these Silver Shield pikemen are attacked in the rear now. Look at how spread out they are. They're all, actually they're facing the wrong way. Oh no. Cretan archers were able to get in there. Probably got a couple of melee kills as well on this unit of mercenary noble fighters. 120 kills. They've lost 10 men. Second unit of mercenary noble fighters. They've lost a decent amount, down to 92 men, but 130 kills for them so far. More of the attacking forces. Another unit of the Celtic skirmishers starting to waver. So yeah, this is what I was saying as far as, and again, I've said it in the past, I'm going to continue saying it. These are my opinions. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. I'm just giving my opinions on what I think would be a better choice. Usually you see Arverni, they have about 6 or 7 chosen swords, about 5 or 6, depending on the funds, 5 or 6 Celtic warriors, 1 or 2 naked swords, maybe 3, 1, 2, 3 units of Oathsworn, again, depending on the funds. I mean, he did have 4 units of Oathsworn, so not a bad number of Oathsworn. But the Golic Hunters are way better. Way, way, way better than Celtic Skirmishers. Way better. Especially on attack, in my opinion. I mean, 3 Golic Hunters, 1 Celtic Skirmisher, okay, fine. To get that 1 unit of Skirmishers in close so they can get a good Javelin volley off, okay, cool. But 3 units of Celtic Skirmishers on attack, it's just not really going to be very positive, I don't think, on the attack. Hellenic Royal Guard, they were in the mix there, down to 106, 31 kills. They don't have their pikes out. Now they have their pikes out. All right, hopefully, maybe they'll turn around and come back in. But hopefully they walk. Nope, they're running them. So see how out of formation they're getting? Now they're reforming. Okay, here we go. Let's go, attackers. Come on, Egypt. Start sticking and stabbing. Sticking and stabbing. Yeah, you can see that immediate front line there. Shield bearers starting to get pressed back. This unit of Oathsworn should actually back off a little bit and let the pikes get in there. Because we don't see any defenders, archers nearby. Actually, defenders have pushed back even further. Macedon is actually... Whoa, actually, wait a second here. Macedon has lost a lot of his army. Still has some units over here. He's got some shield bearers there. Unit of Thorax Swordsman over there. But Macedon taking a pretty big damage to the remaining forces. He had a lot of units over here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I was doing my little education class with Joe on it for a little bit over here, so I do apologize for missing out on that. Hellenic Royal Guard on this side. We did see, like I said, we saw the general die over here, but the pikes are starting to get some kills. 82 kills now. Still a full unit, 160. Let's see, archer-wise. Yeah, still so many arrows up here. So many arrows. Big battle still going on this side. I'm pretty sure the defenders might be able to hold this off unless they pulled units away. See a decent amount of Galatian swords. They're still there. They're still involved in the combat. Let's move back over here. Yeah, actually, wait a second. No. The defenders are starting to get defeated. 2 Galatian Royal Guard over here, routing some Thorax Swordsmen. Another unit of Thorax Swordsmen not looking very good. Pergamon actually pulled away, but wait. Oh, no. Yeah, he's just trying to run them away. He's just... Okay. Right here, perfect opportunity for some of these Pergamon archers to get shots in onto these pikes as they're showing their flank. You do have the Macedonian Shield Bearer General making his way out. Here comes 3 units, Cretan archers, 1 unit of Rhodian slingers. More Cretan archers making their way around over here. Actually, oh, the Carthaginian General getting in there. 107 kills. Actually, I think I did, now looking back, I think I did see him coming around this way. I just got lost in the rest of the replay right there in the middle of the battle. But this unit of Cretan archers on their way out. 105 kills, not too bad. Arverni is definitely taking over here with the aid of the Hellenic Royal Guard. African pikemen make... Oh, no. Oh, no, the Oathsworn are facing the wrong way also. Are they fighting some... Oh, they're fighting some Thoreo spears. Yeah, these Oathsworn are going to start losing. They're going to start dropping, you can see. African pikemen getting in onto these Oathsworn units. You want to back off. I don't know. Oh, he's charging into pikes. Oh, he's charging into pikes. None of them dropping just yet. I'm not seeing any of the Oathsworn drop. So, oh, there goes one. Yep, there goes another one. And another one. Now they're going to start dropping. Let's see. Down to 87 men. 122 kills. The Rayo's spear's still over here. Actually, the Arverni did pull this other unit of Oathsworn out to try and finish off this unit of the Rayo spears. Good job there, at least. He wasn't stuck between these 2 units. Let's get back over here. This front line is still holding. 160 kills for the hoplites for Pergamon, 378 for these shield bearers. Absolutely insane. The pikes are in there though. They should be able to start getting some damage. See the Macedonian general over there wavering. Ooh, this could be... Is it the slingers? The slingers breaking the unit. Oh, the pikes broke too. Damn it. Now the shield bearers are going to have a straight run over here towards these Rhodian slingers. They're going to keep trying to volley in. I'd pull them away. Try and run away. At least send the dogs in, the dog handlers in to try and fight them melee-wise. 75 kills. They are going to back off. Okay. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, Galatia got a unit around. This was a pretty back and forth fight over here. You can see with the amount of bodies that are on the ground. This is definitely a pretty back and forth fight between the attackers and the defenders. At one point, last time I was over here, it looked like the attackers were actually going to take control of this side. Did he send out a unit? Nope, that Galatian swordsman's still there. Yeah, Galatia really didn't involve himself very much in the battle. Again, like I said earlier, it's a bit of a shame. I would have loved to have been able to see what this kind of a build would have been able to do. Sending out a unit of his pikes, though, over here. I mean, he had his hoplites involved, a couple of units of his Galatian swords involved over there, but it would have been nice to have been able to see a little bit more of this battle as far as Galatia was concerned. Arverni now pulling back his final unit of Oathsworn. Well, no, he's still got 2 over here. The final unit of Oathsworn that was over here, they are now going to pull back away from the African pikemen. Galatia now Galatia. Pergamon now sending down. He brought 3 more units of his Galatian swords to the front line, backing up a unit of noble fighters. Here comes some Rhodian slingers, 75 kills. They still have ammunition, so actually this would be a good opportunity. The attackers pulled back. These 2 units right here pulled back and let the slingers start firing, but ooh, the slingers found a target. They are firing in onto this unit of African pikemen, shooting them in the back. That's good. These Oathsworn should move back forward. What is the Oathsworn? Oh, Oathsworn's trying to catch the general. That's not going to work. General here, Carthaginian general, 148 kills. Pretty good job by him. But yeah, the slingers over there doing a pretty good job. Rhodian slingers getting some good volleys in onto the back of this African pikeman unit. Down to 139 men. This other unit here with 93. So there's still an opportunity for over here. Still an opportunity. I have faith in Oathsworn. They should be able to do a good job. Actually, honestly, send another unit of Oathsworn over there. They might be able to actually do a pretty good job. These slingers keep going. Up to 94 kills. Getting some more kills, more kills, more kills. Not a bad idea, not a bad job. But back over here, yeah, this side has been taken. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left. I'm going to say this is definitely a solid defender's victory. Unless something drastic happens. But here we go. Pergamon archers and the Cretan archers now starting to volley in as well. So these Rhodian slingers are just going to get murdered. Yeah, there they go. Starting to waver, along with their general being dead, their army losses and everything. You can see the balance of powers severely in the defender's favor. Yeah, Hellenic Royal Guard's going to start wavering there. Oathsworn's going to pull back. Actually, let's see. Maybe the Oathsworn can come around. I still don't think they're going to be able to do it. But the Oathsworn are going to come back around over here. Maybe they're going to try and get into these units. Ooh, pretty good volley. Good javelin volley into those thorax swordsmen. All right, so that's a step in the right direction. I mean, they're cleaning up smaller, broken, beaten up units, but nothing really crazy. Oathsworn moving up. The Hellenic Royal Guard starting to waver. That's no good. That final Hellenic Royal Guard just shattering right there, with the defenders still having so many pikes left. 2 units of African pikemen. Pergamon's got a unit of pikes there. Another unit of pikes here. Yeah, this is more than definite. This is over. 3 minutes 41 seconds left. Actually, guys, I'm just going to cut here and get to the army comp. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, here we go. Getting in here now. Costly victory for the defenders, but a victory nonetheless. All right, let's get into the army comps. We'll start off here with Macedon, who the Lictor's Hand, he's actually the guy that sent the replay in. So, dude, thank you very much. And I'm pretty positive he has a YouTube channel. So, guys, pretty sure it's spelled the exact same way here. Feel free to go on over there. Just type in the Lictor's Hand there into your search bar on YouTube. And go on over there, toss him a subscribe. Check out some of his content. But, all right, his Shield Bearer General there, 238 kills. His Archers doing pretty well, 103, 151, 154. Shield Bearers here, though, just great job. 258, 398, those 2 units there. 195 for this other unit. Thorax Swordsman, 157, 193, 213, 160. Thoreo Spears, look at that. A unit of Thoreo Spears, 200 kills. That's crazy. Another unit there with 124. Getting into Pergamon, again, like I said, I wish we had seen a little bit more of this build. I think that would have been very interesting to see. But his general not really being involved. Archers not really doing a whole lot. Galatian Swords, 170. 119, 214, and getting into his hoplites, 163. One of his units of pikes was involved for a little bit there at the end, 59 kills for them. Then we have Carthage here with Gorthalis. His general, 148 kills. His unit of Noble Cav that we saw come out and just plow into the side of the attackers. Archers, 185 kills for him. Balearic Slingers, 190. Cretan Archers, 112, 149. African Pikemen, 106 there. Carthaginian Hoplites, 240. His Libyan Infantry, 159, 296, 189. Noble Fighters, 283, 130. And a Sacred Band, 154. Getting into the attacker side, Seleucid doing the best out of the attackers. His general, 129 kills. Syrians, not crazy kills, but 109, 96, 93, 85. Not too bad. But you can see they all got pretty much destroyed. Thorax Swordsman, 102, 96, 116, 142. Hillman just got trashed. Royal Peltas, 219, 143, 98, 91. Silver Shield Pikes, 331 kills. Pretty good job there. Really pretty good job there with the Silver Shield Pike with 331 kills. Let's get into Arverni with the Blob Attack Army, 122 kills for his general. His Onager, 123. Skirmishers Skirmishers not my number one choice for a barbarian force, especially Arverni with the Gallic Hunters. Gallic Hunters are very good, in my opinion. They're very, very good. Getting into his Chosen Swordsman there, he's got 1 unit, 252 kills. Naked Warriors, 165, 119. Oathsworn, 113, 151, 226. 2 units of Savage Dogs. Again, I don't know. Dogs on attack. I guess so. I guess it can work. But yeah, that's going to end the Arverni there. And then we'll get into Egypt. 143 for his general. 2 units of cavalry, not really the greatest of kills. His archer's doing really well, though. Even his slingers, 180, 105, 173, 103. Good job there. 2 units of Galatian Royal Guard, 155, 169. 1 unit of his pikes there with 124. Thorax Swordsman just getting absolutely obliterated, though. Top unit out of all of them was 72. And all 4 of his units of Thorio Spears, top unit there was 63. But like I said earlier, guys, I'm not trying to be a jerk or whatever. I'm just trying to give helpful hints, whatever I can do to try and help newer players or even not so new players, but they're still trying to learn the game and learn the aspects and everything like that. So again, not trying to be like a bash on the Arverni army at all. It's just usually you don't see this kind of an army build up. There would be more Celtic Warriors and Chosen Swordsmen in there. But all right, guys, that's going to be the end of the battle replay here for today. Like I said earlier, hope you guys did enjoy. Please make sure to hit that like button. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Please share the video around, and of course, continue subscribing to the channels. Getting closer and closer to 3,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, and until the next one.